It was very interesting because Steele is a guy that most people kind of hate him. I told you what happens with fans, and then they get to know you a little bit and they say, you're really a nice guy. But I said to George, I got to redeem this guy a little bit. I mean, he is a human being. He's a soldier. He's on a mission. I always looked at him. He was the lowly Private Steele. People sometimes will come up and say, Sarge. Well, not really. He probably was a sergeant. In my own mind, I created a sergeant, has more control, more authority. He was probably busted down to private because of, if you watch the behavior in the film, because we had another individual who was actually the martinet of the movie, so to speak, who had a Napoleonic complex. So, which was fine. It worked great. The little guy with the guns and the bandolero, the big guy, and take orders from, the little guy. And then finally I said to George, I said, listen, because it wasn't written that way. It's like the bang your dead line. I spent weeks agonizing over how do I deliver that line? I mean, there's a lot of tension in the room, and I'll come back to the point, but Laurie he wants me to kill Laurie. And it's Terry who diffuses the moment, okay, and gets everybody to calm down. And so I said to George, I said, I cannot, there was nothing there for me to really grab onto, to bite into. And I said, look, this guy has a family somewhere, maybe he's a father, and not everybody picks it up. I'm not sure if even to this day. So George said, tell me what your idea is for the death of Steele. I said, I want to make him a Catholic. Okay, show me. It wasn't really so much why, it was like, show me what you want to do. And I make the sign of the cross with the gun, okay, and then I blow my brains out. But the point is, I saved the last bullet for me, because to me, nobody in the movie hated zombies more than Steele. If you listen to what he says throughout the movie, his dialogue, hey, you pus-brain maggots, you bags of shit, here's a nice one hanging. I mean, that's Steele. I mean, you guys all remember that if you know the movie. And I said, I'm going to make this guy a Catholic. He believes in something. It's the end of the world, but he believes in something greater that will redeem him. He was a soldier on a mission. I always looked at him, and you see this with the late, great Ralph Marrero, who I bonded with on set, and we became very good friends on the movie and through the movie and throughout. And you see that the soldier, and you can listen to it in the dialogue, the men respected Steele. Steele was the soldier. Our leader gets in a golf cart, and if he was here, I'd be breaking his onions over it right now. We do it all over the country. The real soldier was Steele, and he crosses himself, has one bullet left, and does not wish to become the thing he hates the most. And in the Catholic Church, suicide is a sin, mortal sin. But he believes that redemptive moment, his God will understand. George loved it, so that's how we went with it. And therefore, bang, you're dead. Because you can't do it any other way and make it work.
Gary,
thank you. It's amazing to see.
Well, no, I was not brought up Catholic, but
it's interesting.
But I've always had that tremendous interest, and it's funny because I wasn't brought up Catholic, but at the age of 55, I found out I was a Roman Catholic, Polak, Czechoslovakian with roots in Scranton, Pennsylvania. I didn't know I was sold on the street for $300.
Yeah.
I didn't find out till I was 55 years old. And I had 17 brothers and sisters. It's all true.
It's true.
I dated my sister. I didn't know she was my sister. Oh boy.
Yeah, it was on 2020 once. I saw Gary on TV and I said, what is going on here?
Most bizarre story in the world.
It just turned into a whole different thing, didn't it?
No, baby.